So I'm going to add a follow-up video to that excellent talk by Petro I talked about in the last video. He talked about being clear with your language. So instead of using the more vague language like this is likely appendicitis, he said be specific. Say this is 80% appendicitis. And his idea was this is probably going to help you with your decision making. Now it's funny because I was having this exact conversation the night before, and I think there are a ton of reasons for us to be a lot more explicit in expressing our clinical judgment. Using numbers like this could dramatically improve communication. So imagine that you admit two different patients with dyspnea. One of them you're on the fence. It's 50-50 whether this is COPD or CHF. The other one you're like 95% sure this is CHF. Often the bottom line of the chart is identical. It's just like dyspnea, CHF, something like that. But imagine the covering doctor who doesn't know this patient, seeing them when they're crashing in the middle of the night, or the RT, or the nurse. Don't you want that person to know if you were really certain, like 95%, that this was CHF, or whether you were just on the fence? I think that's important information that we don't adequately communicate. I know this makes people really uncomfortable. They think that somebody, probably a lawyer, is going to hold them to that objective number that they wrote down. But we got to stop charting for lawyers and worry more about how we communicate with our colleagues. And I think the numbers that Petro talks about here could dramatically improve our communication and therefore maybe improve patient care.